After months of inaction, Beacon Hill lawmakers say they're finally making progress towards changing Massachusetts practices when it comes to homeowners who have fallen behind on these property taxes. But some say the new bill doesn't go far enough to protect residents from potentially losing everything.
$30,000 I have.
This recent home auction in Western Massachusetts seemed like business as usual. But the seller of this home wasn't a bank or even a town. The seller was Talladge Brooks LLC, a company that buys tax titles from municipalities of properties that have fallen behind on their taxes. The former owners of this Ware home owed just under $15,000 in unpaid taxes. Talladge bought the lien from Ware, and in 2023 they foreclosed on the home, then sold it at a public auction this month.
Fair bidding and fair selling. Any advances over $40,000? Yes or no? Sold for $40,000 to bidder number 75.
With a sale price of $40,000, nearly $15,000 in taxes owed, and more than $6,300 in legal and court fees, it appears Talladge cleared more than $18,000 in profit on this property. Until now, cities, towns, and even private companies like Talladge could take homes where taxes were owed, sell them, and pocket the profits. It's a practice known as equity theft, and last year the U.S. Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional. But without action from the legislature, Massachusetts homeowners have been in a state of limbo. Then last month, a Hampden County Superior Court judge ruled the state law permitting this practice was also unconstitutional.
The court decisions made it imperative.
Chair of the Joint Revenue Committee, State Senator Susan Moran says the legislature is finally moving forward.
It is the bill that prevents equity theft for homeowners.
Her committee's bill would increase requirements for notifying homeowners that they're in danger of foreclosure. And if a foreclosure does take place, excess profits would be held for 18 months with interest for homeowners to claim.
Lots of times, consumers that were in financial trouble really had no idea of what was happening, what the next steps were. They would just get a notice that their home was gone.
But some are concerned the bill continues to include private companies in a process they believe should only be between citizens and government.
It doesn't really make sense to me that the legislature would come up with a one-fits-all fix that puts the private companies in the same footing and in the same place as municipalities. They never have been, they're not, they don't belong there.
Peter Brown is an attorney who works with municipalities on tax-related issues.
I think the problems that we've seen in some of your stories, that we've seen in some court cases, I think would go and be perpetuated. I think it would be tragic.
Both Talladge's owner and lawyer declined to comment on if they were changing their business practices or what they plan to do with the profits from the auction and Ware. But Brown says if a city, town, or private company keeps the profits from such a sale,
then they're going to probably find themselves in a lawsuit, and they'd be violating the United States Constitution.
Now, the former homeowner of the home in Ware passed away in December. We reached out to his family members, but did not hear back. Now, Attorney Brown isn't the only one voicing concerns about the bill. New Bedford Senator Mark Montigny, who's been fighting for years to end home equity theft, has an amendment he says will have more protections for consumers, and that's expected to be debated tomorrow.